It's apricot picking time. Today's the day. It's happening right now. I have my ladder. I'm ready to go. This is the biggest apricot tree I've ever seen. It's really close to one of the yoga studios where I teach, and I was riding past it on my bike the other day, and it's just prolific with fruit, and they're just falling to the ground, and I can't see that. I can't see an apricot tree going unharvested. So I went and I knocked on the door of the house, and a very sweet older woman who seems like she's not in the best health answered the door. Her name is Deanna. She said that I can pick whenever I want and that I don't have to ask. I'm gonna try to make her something, maybe like a jam or muffins or pie. I don't know, we'll see. But right now, I'm gonna go help with that tree and pick this fruit. Okay, somebody clearly came before me and they did their work. Good for them, I'm happy for them, but now all of the good apricots that are left are too high for me to reach on my whittle waddle, or else they're not really ripe enough. So there are a ton of apricots down on the ground that I could kind of scavenge and forage through, and I think I might do that. I'm a little bit bummed out, but someone got a lot of really good fruit, so. And maybe over here, maybe if I move my ladder, I'm gonna try that. Okay, I'm feeling a little sorry for myself that somebody picked the apricots before me, but I'm also feeling happy for them because they were really, really good looking apricots. And I did get some. I have a decent little haul here that I'm excited about. My ladder was not tall enough to get me to some of the more ripe ones up top where the sun is. Ooh, this one has a little rot on it. So I did some gleaning and just made peace with the cruelties of nature. I'm totally kidding. And these ones, these look kind of diseased. Like, this doesn't look good to me. This looks like this apricot has like smallpox or something. So I'm not sure if I should use them or not. I'm gonna look it up. But overall, not the nature girl harvesting adventure that I thought it was gonna be, but that's okay, because we have something really yummy here and I'm pretty excited about it, and I'm gonna cook something yummy. Word of the day, yummy. And just a quick fun fact for you all, the reason why I love apricots so much, aside from the fact that they are so tasty, is when I was living in New Mexico in 2019, oh my god, I wonder if I can juggle. I used to know how. This is not like this isn't the right thing to be doing it with. These are the wrong implements. Okay. when I was living in New Mexico in 2019, I was super broke. I had just graduated from college. We're talking like $25 in my bank account, broke. And I drove from New York, where I graduated, all the way to New Mexico, where I had done the first 2 years of my undergrad, and I was just in love with Santa Fe, and I wasn't done with it yet. There was still more for me to do there, and there maybe still is more for me to do there. I don't know. Anyway, I would get a cup of coffee. LOL, don't drink coffee anymore at all, but I would get a cup of coffee from Better Day Cafe, and I would just go drive around and find different apricot trees and just pick fresh, juicy, succulent apricots, and that would be what I ate, most of what I ate for the day. Like maybe I would get a burrito or something. And it sustained me until I found a job and an apartment, and it was really awesome. And it was only a brief window, but I had all my paintings in my car and everything I owned in my car, and I was staying with a friend, and just kind of trying to make a life after college and figuring out what that looked like and felt like. And I was definitely a mess of a girl, but it was beautiful, and the apricots saved me. They were amazing. They were just this beautiful, special offering, like from the earth, So anyway, that's why I love them as much as I do, and I'm excited to find apricot trees here in Boise because I'm still trying to feel at home here. It doesn't quite feel like home yet. And maybe it's not home, but it's home for now. So I need to, ingratiate myself. So I'm gonna bake something yummy with these, and I'll show you all how it goes.
By a single incident impacting, and today you're gonna learn how to unlock the power of your mind from a scientist in the Isn't that pretty cool? So thanks for hitting play. Dr. Sarah is a brilliant neuroscientist and author who Boston studios for one reason: menopause, hormone replacement therapy, and dementia. The same way again. So please help me welcome Dr. Mackay to the Mel Robbins podcast. Dr. Sarah Mackay, thank you for jumping on a plane.
I'm fine. I'm so excited to be here.
Well, we have so much to learn from you. Now, you have been a neuroscientist for right now. And share with them how might life be different if they take everything that you're about to teach us today to heart and they apply it to their own life.
I would like them to know that their brains are not gendered experiences, the experiences of being a person in the world who is a girl, who is a boy, or perhaps the identity that you have. But typically, we're neuroscience.
These are fact or fiction.
Okay.
Is it true that female brains are, quote, wired for emotion and
on experience and wisdom, and that's not the sex-based difference.
How about women make rash decisions, very emotional decisions?
But the idea that women are too emotionally irrational, the idea that males are more brilliant, it's this real stereotype. And males who grow up are super smart. There's a picture of a male and a picture of a female. And they ask them, 5 or 6 year olds, and the girls pick the woman and the boys pick the man, right? And then the ones. And that starts to emerge, and they've gone and they've looked at this in different parts of the world, that kind of by about ages.
The world is reflecting back to you, and so subconsciously your brain recognizes a pattern, and it starts to go, people who look like that do things like this.
We talk about it, and I think it can be incredibly well intentioned as well. Perhaps with a bit of implicit messaging, and there's some phrases I think people use that always come to up where they might go, well, girls can do maths too. Girls are just as good as boys. And that's kind of implies voice of the reference point, and girls can also do that. Or boys are the maths people, but girls can do maths people too. Couldn't see differences in maths scores. Some studies, some of the time, I feel like we were looking at like 10,000 boys aged 9 and 10,000 girls. And is my daughter a genius? But people are more likely to search for, is my daughter fat? Or is my daughter ugly?
Oh my
Is
God.
my boy?
Now, if you dial down, though, Dr. Mackay, to the neuroscience implications of this, if you're seeing, by the age of 7 or 8, a belief system and patterns that get reflected back to little boys.
And And once children start to believe something about themselves, then they will choose to opt in or opt out of certain activities and behaviours, or perhaps not try. We do start to see little girls start opting out. I used to do some work on one of my, I've got 2 sons who are now teenagers, and when they're at primary school, I used to...
It's so cool and clever.
Boys and girls are
I thought
both
so
good at
too.
math. They're both capable of math, which will impact how you move through the world. I want to back up and ask you a question.
Keys?
I got it.
I'm just curious.
Maybe like 5 to 10% larger than female brains, but part of that is accounted for by body size and cell size. That brain is kind of driving the bigger body around the world. But even then, you're not going to be able to look at a single brain and go, that's normal.
They're the victims of more violence, they experience more trauma, and in parts of the world are also discriminated, so has an impact on the brain if the brain develops. And so that's just super helpful to kind of have as a backdrop, only because when you talk about the male and female brain, a dummy like me is like, oh, she's talking about the difference between the male and the female brain, and the there must be different. Like a woman has a vagina, a man has a...
Seeking, like wanting to kind of go out and have all of these experiences